camera lens is so filthy that it looks kind of heavenly, but I'm gonna clean the lens. Nope. Oh, I just got a fingerprint on it. Oh no. See, it's fine. It's fine. It looks great. I look great. Hi everyone, I'm back. It's good to be back in front of the camera again because, obviously I haven't done a video in a while and I apologize for that. I swear, every single one of my videos just opens with me apologizing for not sticking to my schedule, which actually segues into my next point. I don't think I'm gonna follow a strict schedule anymore, just because obviously I'm not a professional YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't have very many people to please, so I feel like it's more important to get quality over quantity. So what I'm going to be doing is making videos when I'm excited about them or when I have a really good idea that I'm excited about, and then I'll make a video then instead of trying to brainstorm things every other week. It'll probably be every month, maybe every 2 months. But yeah, hopefully you'll still enjoy the videos even though they aren't coming out as fast. And they weren't even coming out every other week in the first place, so it won't really change my posting schedule at all. Even though I still have episodes of El Grabador de Goya to post. I've had a couple of people ask me about that. Yes, I am going to continue to post those. I'm probably going to do every other, like, one normal video, one episode, one normal video, one episode, and there's 14. Counting the one that I already posted, there's 14, so there's 13 episodes left. And as for coming episodes, I have a really exciting idea that I'm really excited about for October, in the spirit of Halloween. So keep your eyes peeled for that in October, and maybe you should click the bell just so you know when I post in October. That would be really good. So yeah, that's basically my only announcements for the beginning of the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Welcome to the part of the video where I'm drawing and you're listening to me talk. So today I'm going to be drawing a character called Henry from a game called Fire Emblem because I wanna. So enjoy this video of me drawing and I'll talk to you. So if you're an artist, you've most likely heard the words "teach me to draw" before. And while I can't teach you to draw, I've compiled 5 tips that I think are not just your everyday kind of art tips, like how to draw a hand kind of thing. It's more like tips that actually work for me and actually really help me do art. My first tip is actually a very commonly used one, and that tip is to practice. And I actually tell everyone this when, someone is like, "Oh my gosh, how do you draw so well?" I tell them, practice, because it's true. If you want to get good at drawing, it's just like any other skill. You just gotta, practice. Do it every day, or you're not gonna get better. And if you draw something every day, you'll be able to tell what looks good and what doesn't look good. If you're just beginning to start drawing, I would suggest drawing things as you see them. Like, go outside, sit in the park, draw people's faces, draw trees, draw birds, draw, plants, draw the park bench you're sitting on. Just draw it as close as you can to real life. And it may suck at first. Not just the quality of the art, but, I'm not having fun drawing this picture of a tree. Believe me, I know how that feels. I'm not a realist person. I do not like drawing realism. It is so incredibly hard. It's important to start out that way, though. It's a good step for all artists to take right away at the beginning of getting better at art, because that way, once you know how to draw things in real life, you can get better at adding your own style to it. So my first tip would be practice, draw something every day, and if you need to, draw stuff that you see from real life. And then when you get good at that, you can get really good at adding your own art style to it and making it your own. My next two tips, they're less about art and more about posting art. So I apologize if this doesn't really apply to you, but I'll get back to the other tips right after this. So, if you're posting something online, I like to post, actually I do post, I don't post anywhere else, but I post all my art on Instagram. This could also work for Tumblr or maybe DeviantArt. I've never used DeviantArt before, so I don't know if DeviantArt has hashtags. I don't really know how DeviantArt works, but if it does have hashtags, then this applies to you. So if you are posting your art online and you want to get more people to notice it, use lots of hashtags. That sounds like such a petty, like, millennial Gen Z thing to say, but honestly, like, who cares about, like, the people who think that? It's the new age. Grow up, grandma. But basically what I'm saying is, if you want more people to like your post, if you want more people to see your post, and you want, in the end, more likes, put more hashtags. And hashtags really do help. I feel like when I first started Instagram, I was like, hashtags are just like, a cosmetic thing. It's just like, oh, drink some Starbucks today, hashtag Starbucks. But really, it's not. It actually does help get more likes, and it's more of a useful thing, obviously, for someone who wants to get noticed, like an artist or a musician or some kind of company, instead of maybe like a private Instagram. Either way, use more hashtags to get more likes. It really works. My next tip, like I said before, is also about social media, but this one could be said for any social media, not just Instagram or Tumblr. This is more about getting specific people to notice your art. A while ago, like earlier this summer, I drew a picture of a character from a TV show. He was my favorite character from that show, and I really thought it would be cool if I could get the actor to see it. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I draw a lot of people. Like, I basically just draw, like, all people. And a lot of times, I'll draw people that I look up to, and I like to tag them in the post because I think it's a really rewarding feeling when you work on a drawing for a long time, and then the person that you're drawing takes time out of their day to look at it and give it a like, and sometimes they'll comment, which is really nice. But basically, I drew this character, and I tagged the actor, and he liked it, and then someone DM'd me. They were like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, how do you get people to notice your art? So if you want someone to notice it, send it to them or tag them, because, why not, and if they notice it, it's such a rewarding feeling. So I would highly suggest trying to send it to them if you're a really big fan of someone. My fourth tip is back to actual drawing tips. I apologize for doing 2 social media related ones in a row, but, if you like to post art, it's pretty important. But, anyways, my fourth tip is about passion. So if you're wanting to start drawing art, or if you do love to draw or something, odds are you have a passion for it. And if you don't have a passion for it, I hate to break it to you, but maybe drawing isn't, something you should go into. If you don't feel passionate about it, that's what art is all about. It's about passion and emotion. But I'm assuming that most people that are trying to take this advice right now do feel some level of emotion when they draw. So maybe I'm just assuming here, but, I assume that you like to draw. So if you like to draw, like me, I don't know if this one really applies to anyone else. This is a tip that I'm not really sure if anyone will relate to it. So basically my thought process when I find something to draw is I'll, be watching something or reading something, or sometimes I get inspiration from music. Is I'll get a stroke of inspiration, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I really want to draw that. And then I'll write it down. I have this note on my phone of things to draw someday. And I'll add it right then and there so I don't forget, because I'm really forgetful. And I normally try, here's the tip part, you guys, listen up. When I write it down, I try to draw it as soon as possible, as soon as I get that stroke of inspiration, because I'll get really excited about drawing that thing. But if I wait too long to draw it, I lose that inspiration and that passion for whatever I want to draw. So there are things on my to draw list that I probably will never come back to, because they've just been on the list for so long, and I kind of lost that original, oh my gosh, I really want to draw that moment feeling thing. If that happens to you too, draw like right away if you can. Obviously, if you're like in school or something, I mean, do as I say, not as I do. If you're in school or something, obviously you might not be able to draw at that exact moment, so I would write it down, maybe keep a journal, or like I do, keep a note in your phone. Draw it right away, because I feel like I have put down things in notes that have gotten kind of stale, and then I try to draw them, and they're not as good as when I'm really excited about it. So when you want to draw something, just draw it, because you'll be excited about it and passionate about it. But if you're not so excited because the idea is stale and unused, then it's not going to be as good because you're not as excited about it. That's basically all I have to say about it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and that everything that I was saying was either coherent or like actually helpful in some way. So let me know if this was actually helpful, or even if it wasn't helpful and you just enjoyed it, just let me know what you thought. And I had a lot of fun. And I'm excited for October because I've got a lot of cool ideas, but this video is already probably running pretty long, so I'm just going to sign off, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!